It was Bernard Darwin who in 1937 said of Walton Heath, "There is no more charming place on a fine sunshiny day, none where the air is fresher and more cheering, none where the sky seems bigger. It is a place where it is good for us, alike for our game and for ourselves, to play golf." Well, it's a very special day today. Beautiful, glorious England, and I've come to Walton Heath, which is this year's host venue for the AIG Women's Open. And of course, it's a championship layout, it's rich in history, but what I'm most excited about today is the company that I'm keeping. Jill, come. Jill Thornhill, president of Walton Heath Golf Club this year, has come to join me today, and we've been old friends, Jill, haven't we?
Yes, we have indeed, yes. And I'm so pleased you're here, and the sun is shining. You will see Walton Heath as it should be.
Brilliant. We're going to have a great day.
Oh, I hope so.
Dear Braid, I'm very pleased with this card and hope you are. I was very unlucky at the last hole, as a good second with a spoon pitched in the rough just a few inches over the green, and with the chance of breaking 80, I couldn't stand the nerve strain and fluffed the chip and took 2 putts. But it was great fun, and I only wish you had been playing round with me. We'll phone you one day soon and we must have another game. Yours sincerely, Edward. Amazing.
Walton Heath seems to be very like James Braid's, for it is strong and modest, positive and forthright, yet never ostentatious.
When the Women's Open comes here in August,
Yes,
it will be a composite of the old and the new
correct.
golf courses. So today, Jill and I are going to play the course exactly as it will be for the Women's Open, so that we can get a flavour of what the ladies will face. And Jill, there's no one that knows this place better than you, so I'm in great hands. So there are championship tee boxes. I'm not going to play off them today because they're being well looked after and protected ahead of the AIG Women's Open, but I'm just going to play slightly adjacent to them so that I can still get the angles and get a flavour of what this course and what these holes are going to look like for the ladies that come here later in the summer. Par 4 to start, and I will take my driver, Jill, because it's into wind. I don't think off this championship tee box in front of me, I don't think a lot of the girls will take driver because it looks like you do run out of space, but this is my first swing of the day, so I'm going to hit driver. Opening tee shot, it comes to a very narrow point of the fairway. I don't think a lot of the ladies will take their driver, but of course it depends on the conditions. And you're facing an uphill second shot. I've left myself 155 yards here, and it's probably playing at least 5 yards uphill, maybe a little bit more, Jill.
Yes, there's quite a lot of dead ground there.
I think I'm going to play it more like a 165 shot. And it's very firm underneath. It's why people call it an inland links. Come and have a listen to this. You can see the dust bouncing up there. This is a firm, fast golf course. Woo! And a linksy kind of shot. Well, that was bottom groove, but I guess thin to win is what they say on links, so it's up there somewhere. It's the nerves of I'm pretending I'm playing in the AIG Women's Open, and I can just imagine already that feeling on the Thursday morning, teeing off in the morning, and it's silent. You can just hear the birds tweeting, and wonderful connection to nature you feel whenever you're out on the golf course, and there's no feeling like it. Atmosphere, the AIG Women's Open, the opening tee and the opening hole is going to be fabulous. Beautiful. What a golf shot. That'll be right up there, Jill. Oh, look at this. It's all coming back to me, Jill. I can remember bits of this now. Okay, this is a classic little link shot. Big old break from right to left here.
Yep.
Huge swing.
It comes a bit from the left as well.
And they look quick. Sit ball. Whew, she's off like lightning. that was my first putt of the day. Didn't really know what was going to happen there, Jill, but they are pretty quick, aren't they?
They are quick.
Ooh, great effort. It's bang or bust here, really, isn't it, Jill? We're not playing for second place.
Yeah.
We're here to see what we can get from this golf course. So back up the hill, it's got to be just outside the left.
Yep. Yeah, it's a good putt.
I thought that was going to go halfway, and it ended up all the way down. Great opening hole.
Yep.
Little par 4, dogleg from left to right. Tough. So we've played the opening hole. We're now going to walk to the 4th tee, which will be their second hole. As I say, it's a bit of a composite course. They've put holes together from the old and the new to make it the best championship course possible. So the players will actually hop on a buggy at this point and be zipped across to the next tee. So that's where we're headed next. So what I've got here is Walton Heath Old Course scorecard. However, I've got a little inside scoop on the composite course and the hole yardages. So this is the second hole of the tournament, but this is the 4th hole of the Old. It's 430 yards, and I'm ready to give it a go. A lot of trouble up there, Jill.
Yeah, that bunker in the middle. I don't know if you've got a
Zapper.
have a look. I mean, it doesn't worry me anymore. It used to, but not anymore.
So it's a par 4, so really you do want to try and get a good drive away. I may as well try and hit a driver today and see where we end up. That is a bunker right in the middle of the fairway, which makes this a really, really tricky hole. I'm going to hit something down that left portion.
That's a good drive.
Perfect.
You can look around, all you can see is golf course.
Yeah.
I know.
What a wonderful view.
Yeah, it is wonderful.
You can see my ball, and I've managed to thread the needle. However, I wouldn't be making that decision, I don't think, in the tournament. I think, you know, a lot of the ladies on the professional LPGA and LET, they hit it a long, long way now. And some of them will be able to take on this bunker with the driver and not have to worry too much about the consequences. Great shot. Look at that ball flight. It's just like frozen rope.
Well, that's finished up in the heather.
But what a kick. I mean, that's an example. That was going so straight, straight as a die, and it got a big kick to the right.
Yes.
Linksy.
Yeah.
It feels like an inland links, you know, that's what a lot of people say about Walton Heath. And traditionally the Open, whether it's the women's or the men's, are played on links golf courses. So I'm really pleased that Walton Heath plays like a links golf course, because I feel that's really what that tournament is all about. So you can see my tee shot has ended up down this little slither on the left-hand side of what will be their second hole. It would have more or less landed bang in the bunker had I hit it on that line. I caught the left portion, which is great. You can see there's a water hazard over there, and I've already seen some pretty dodgy looking kicks you get around this golf course because it is so firm and linksy. So you've really got to know where you're plotting your way. I think already this is a thinker's golf course. I'm going to have a look at what I've got left. So I've got 178 playing more like 168 because of that hot kick that you get. This is something I remember from the couple of times I have played here, Jill, is the importance of having good distance control.
Correct.
You get these huge greens and you can find yourself with, you know, really, really long putts, putting from all over the place. And unless you've got a good gauge of the pace, you can be in 3-putt city.
Good way. Yeah, good way.
Beauty. Left myself 80 yards in from a bit of a flying lie. Gonna have to play this one nice and softly. Go on, keep going.
Good shot. Yeah, well played.
This is the 9th hole of the AIG Women's Open layout. It's a par 3 and they'll be playing off the equivalent of the white tees, but there is a forward tee. The white tee plays at 190 yards and the forward tee will be more like 168 yards. So they'll fluctuate again depending on the conditions. And I mean, Jill, this is a really testy little hole. Everything looks like it's sloping from left to right, and I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bunkers defending the green.
That's big. That'd be good for the flag at the back.
Yeah, I mean, I hit a nice golf shot there and I thought this might be pretty good.
What club is that?
I hit a 5-iron.
Yeah.
Out of interest, if it's all right, Jill, I'm going to hit a 6-iron.
Yeah.
This could be good. Yeah, it's more than enough club.
Yeah, it is. You're hitting it very well.
Thanks, Jill. So this par 3, which is the closing hole in the opening 9 at Walton Heath for the women, I've hit a 6-iron down the right half, different line, and I've hit a 5-iron over on the left-hand side, and they both ended up equidistant. But that really explains how important it is to get the right line. Depending on where you land the ball will affect where it ends up, and that's why you really have to know where you're going. Okay, I'm going to putt this, but this is really going to put pressure on my pace putting.
Good line.
Go on.
Perfect.
So the front 9 at Walton Heath for the AIG Women's Open layout is complete, and I think you've got to have your wits about you, particularly at the start. There's some tricky par 4s. The opening hole is a lovely hole, but the second hole that they play is really one you've got to really be focused at that early stage in the round. Yeah, we'll be out there. I mean, I'm commentating this year at the AIG Women's Open, and it's one of my favourite weeks of the year. Get to be out there doing what I love most, watching live golf, the pinnacle of sport being played right in front of my very eyes. I'm so privileged. I often have the best seat in the house, and this year I'll be walking these fairways, and just being here today is really helping me to get a flavour of what's in store later this year. And this is going to be a great hole. Plus it's the start of the second 9, so it's a fun way to begin the back 9, and it's very tempting. I think a lot of the girls will take this challenge on. Everybody loves a drivable par 4 because it brings in that real risk-reward element.
I hope they got lots of spotters.
Okay, I'm having a little Percy Pig to give me the energy. 260 yards, it's definitely doable for me. Come on, wind. Oh, it's quite a good line there, Jill. Oh, what a kick. It kicked right to the flag. Woo!
Good.
I'm pretty happy with that.
And you hit it well?
Yeah, I hit it well, but I will say something. It's a really awkward angle.
Yes, it is.
In your brain.
Yes.
I'm standing there and everything feels like it's sitting at a weird angle. The tee's kind of pointing me straight. The hole's actually going down the left, but my target is over there on the right. And when I was standing over that ball, I just felt like my alignment was just all a bit skew-iff, but mentally, that is going to be a very mentally challenging tee shot.
Yeah.
My main thing I wanted to do there was hit a high one. I didn't need to smash a low one. Nice high one so that I've got a chance of it landing and holding on the green.
Yes.
I was inspired by your high ball flight.
My steep swing.
So, Jill, what are some of your fondest memories around Walton Heath? I know that's a tough question.
I didn't manage to play to my age, and it was something that I had wanted to do for some time. But going back, I won the Surrey Championship here, a 72-hole stroke play here at the Avian Newmark, and my first gold medal. Yeah, it's always been, I have so many memories here.
So, Jill, if you don't mind me asking, when you played to your age, what was the age?
78.
Wow, how amazing is that?
I was really thrilled because it's been something I've wanted to do.
Yeah.
And the day I did it was actually our gold medal day, and the girl I was playing with didn't know how I felt playing up the 80. I'd kept it to myself, so I was really pleased to do it. And then of course people say to me, well, the following year, well, it's easier because you've got extra shots now, but unfortunately the game gets more difficult.
Right, so we've broken into the second 9, and where are we heading next, Jill?
We are heading to our 13th, which is the 11th. So what would your strategy be for that hole?
Well, I think for that hole, Jill, I would definitely take it down the left-hand side to that nice wide portion of fairway, leave myself with a wedge in, and because these girls are so dialed in with their wedges, you're giving yourself a really good chance of a birdie.
Yeah, absolutely.
You look around, all you can see is golf course.
Yes.
You would never ever think you were so close to London.
I know, 30 miles.
It's what a little spot of paradise.
Yes, it is. It is indeed.
Heaven on earth.
Yes.
How long's the waiting list for membership?
Quite long. But we'd let you in. We'd have you with open arms.
Oh, what a wonderful spot.
Yeah, it is lovely.
Oh, right over that bunker. Bouncing.
It might be far enough to get out the other side, but I'm not sure.
Interestingly, this is only the second par 5 that the ladies will face.
Yes.
So when they do have a par 5, one on the front 9, this is the second one of the day for them. They've really got to try and take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Good, Jill. So, am I right in thinking that Winston Churchill played some golf here?
Yes, he did. Yes. He came and played, I think he had lessons from James Braid.
Right.
And King Edward played here too. He hadn't been crowned. He became captain, and during his early part of his captaincy, he abdicated.
Oh, of course.
So he never fulfilled the entire length of time.
Okay, second shot, par 5, and I'm going to hit my 5 wood. I've got just about 220 left to go. And I know how fast this is going to run forward, so just a smooth one of these, hopefully pin over on the right half of the green today. That is all over it. There's a golfer in there somewhere. Okay, Jill.
You see, if you go too far left, you're going to run out of fairway over there.
I know, it's a really tricky angle. You've got to hit a few up there, I think, and then find a line in the horizon somewhere. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm walking on to what will be the start of the back 9 for the AIG Women's Open. Birdied the last hole. Now I'm standing over a putt for eagle, and it's telling me this is going to be a really important little stretch of holes in terms of scoring opportunities when the women come here. Because you've got that short par 4 followed by a reachable par 5. Okay, this is going to break off the right. Slow. That wind just pushed it. The wind's really picked up, and it affects what happens to the ball when you're putting more than you might think. Just took off and caught flight on the wind. All right, birdie. Would have liked the eagle, but a birdie I'll take. Right, we've made it to the 14th hole. And I remember, I've played at Walton Heath a couple of times. I played county golf for Surrey, and we used to come and do some practice sessions here. I've got very, very fond memories of coming to play here. And for some reason, it's this tee shot that sticks in my mind because it is so inviting. They've made this hole a par 4 for the AIG Women's Open. I'm playing off the forward tee, but they'll play slightly forward of this tee as it's a par 4, whereas off this tee for the ladies, it's a par 5. It plays 414 yards for them, and it's just one of the best tee shots in golf. It looks like this is all going to kick forward, Jill. Do you think you should club down one club?
Yeah, there's a slight dip in front of the green.
Okay.
But as it's quite fast, it should go through that okay. And everything comes from the right.
I'd like to be short on at least one hole. I keep going long. I think I'll hit a 6-iron. I actually remember having a real problem with this green in that Surrey Championship. This shot, for some reason, you've got to be so precise, try and pick out a line. I'm going for that little mushroom bush.
That's the one.
This would be a great hole to get a birdie. You'd feel like you've done something right. No. Well, it would have been a bonus birdie. A par feels like a good score there at 14. So we find ourselves near enough on the 15th green, and it's the last par 5 of the day. And I always think, Jill, I don't know about you, but it's really exciting in tournament golf when they have a par 5 close to the end, because anything can happen.
Correct.
Right up to the very end. And then we've obviously got a par 3 on the back of this, which means a lot can happen there too. Right, we both ended up just short of the green here. So this is your it's your stock chip and run, and I feel right at home with a shot like this, Jill, because
I'm actually going to get my putter.
Are you?
Yes.
Okay, right. Closest to the hole. This is a Scottish bread and butter kind of shot. Little low runner. You could play this with a 7-iron. That looks pretty good. Oh, it didn't turn either, but low. That's the way to go when you're at Walton Heath, I think. I think we'll call that good, Jill. Another cracking hole. Shot.
Out of the heel.
It's an absolutely brilliant shot. Great shot, Jill. Well, this is a precarious spot as your round is coming to an end. Par 3 back into the breeze, and I've kind of pulled it through the breeze and I've left myself on a downslope. That's why I've had to loft up to my 60 degree, and I'm gonna have to try and really get this up, and this whole green is running away from me, so how to control this one, oh gosh. Sit. Oof. Not bad. I mean, that's so difficult. It's so firm underneath. You can see just how rock solid this ground is. It's going to be even faster if this heat continues through the summer. So we've made it to the final tee, the 18th, and what a cracking hole this is going to be come the summer, the AIG Women's Open. There's going to be the wonderful atmosphere straddling the fairway here, and it's quite a wide fairway, so once you've battled your way to this point, you're really calling all the energy that's left in the tank to make one good swing down this par 4. I'm going to aim right at the flag. Gosh, imagine, I'm just putting myself in that position where, imagine if I had a one-shot lead at the AIG Women's Open. I just can't even imagine how that would feel in this moment. There'll be crowds all around and you've just got one swing left to make. I'm going to try, and the adrenaline will be pumping. I've been missing long all day, so I'm going to club down and hit a smooth 8-iron. Your heart would be thumping out your chest. You just got to compose yourself, stick to the moment in the process. For one player in the summer, this could be a very special moment.
Absolutely.
Just waving to the crowds.
Yeah.
Right. No! Oh.
You're in a playoff.
Into the playoff I go, and that's good enough for me. Jill, thank you.
Thank you, Eddie. You've been lovely. You've been very kind to me.
Thank you
this
so
old
much.
Woman.
It's been a real pleasure.
It's lovely. Thank you very much for asking me. I really enjoyed it, thank you.
Good. I enjoyed it too.